how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing really good. And I am filming this on a Friday night because I have wild Friday nights that involve Netflix and copious amounts of chocolate, and that's kind of my Friday nights. So I hope you're having a good Friday night if you've found yourself doing something more exciting than Netflix and chocolate. Yeah, and I've been going through what I've been watching at the moment. I only really watch stuff on Netflix. I wouldn't say I really use any other platforms, I don't think. BBC iPlayer. Sometimes I think that might just be a UK thing, but I don't really watch much on it anyway. Most of the things that I've been watching, I have my logins here because I probably wouldn't remember what ones to tell you. But yeah, I've been going through what I have been watching, and I need some new recommendations of what to watch, because I think I have maybe 2 shows on the go at the moment, and they're both coming to an end. Well, they've been finished for quite a while, but I'm coming to the end of the last seasons on both of them. So I need some recommendations. I think if you if you saw some of my first videos that I did on this channel a couple of weeks back, I had just finished watching Good Girls. I loved them. I loved Good Girls, but I was so disappointed in the last episode. I feel like it was written as though they were anticipating to carry it on in the next season, like the last season. Were they 5 seasons or 4? I think it was 4 seasons, and I feel like the last episode of season 4 had been written as though everybody was meant to be left on a cliffhanger, and season 5 was going to come along and we'd all be waiting for the first episode, and that just didn't happen. And so I have like so many unanswered questions, which was a bit of an anticlimax for the last episode, but hey ho, I like the season as like a whole, the series as a whole. So what am I watching at the moment? So let's have a look. I am watching Grace and Frankie. Is anybody watching that? It's been on for quite a while, I think. So I think anybody that was watching that will probably have finished that. I don't know how many seasons it has. It's basically about 2 women, and they're both married, and their husbands, I think they work together. I think that's how it started. The 2 husbands work together, and they've both been married to the significant others for years, and then it turns out that the 2 men, the 2 husbands, have been having an affair, and they're actually gay. They become a couple, so the 2 husbands become a couple, and leave their wives, and sort of through this process, the 2 wives become quite close, and they end up living together. And it's kind of Grace and Frankie, of course. So the 2 wives are called Grace and Frankie, and it kind of follows them through like the whole messy procedure of separation and all that kind of stuff, and it is really good. It's actually really funny. So like Frankie gets a new partner, it just follows them through the whole thing, and they're very, very different characters. So Grace and Frankie have very, very different personalities. Grace is kind of like a corporate businesswoman. She has a successful business that she passes down to her daughter, I think it is. Whereas Frankie is very So that's good. But I do think I'm near the end of that. What else? Oh, I've just started watching this actually. I said I was near the end of everything I was watching, but I've just started watching this, and it is called $1,000,000 Secret. So, there's a bunch of contestants, and they all get given a box, and one of them has $1,000,000 in the box, but they have to kind of convince everybody that they're not the person with the money in their box. You've got to hide it, so you've got to pretend like you're everybody else, and everybody kind of has to guess who has the £1,000,000 in the box. But you have to not get caught in doing challenges. So the person that has the $1,000,000 in their box is given challenges, so they have to complete. Like for instance, on the first episode, I can't remember her name. I can't remember the woman's name, but she has the $1,000,000 in her box, and her challenge is to give every other contestant a hug without anybody getting like suspicious or realizing that it's a kind of a task. And she does do it. She gets away with it. Yeah, so that's good. But I've only watched a couple of episodes, so we'll see how we get on with that. What else is there? Benidorm. I've watched this. This has been around years and years, and I've watched it from start to finish. But I have that on, and that's something that I flick in and out of playing. It's mainly when I just want something on in the background on TV, but I don't necessarily want to sit and focus and watch it. It's just a comedy. It's basically, if you haven't seen it, it's based in Benidorm, in Spain, in a hotel. What is the hotel called? I can't remember what the hotel is called, but it is actually a hotel in Benidorm. It's a real hotel. You used to be able to go and stay at it. I don't know if you still can, but you did used to be able to. And it is, I've said quite a lot in this video. It's basically following the staff and the hotel workers, and they have regular families that come each year. It's following them around on their holiday and at the hotel. It's just a real light-hearted watch. There's nothing serious in it. It's just an easy comedy, and I put that on in the background. The one thing that I have watched, and I'm just scrolling down here, and I saw Paddington in Peru come up, and it just reminded me that I have watched Moana on Disney. I did watch a new Moana on Disney the other week. I like sort of the animated kind of films. Minions, Paddington, Cars, like that kind of thing. I do like all of that. So I watched a new Shrek, but I watched a new Moana, and that was good. Although I don't know if it really followed on from the first one, because I honestly can't remember the first one. Queen of the South. Has anybody watched that through, and is it worth a watch? Because I remember watching it must have been the first episode, and kind of the intro to it was really intriguing. It seemed really good, and it had this good music, like this beat on, and I don't know what the actress's name is called, what her name is, but she was walking through the lady, and she was dressed like the girl. She looked amazing. She was like walking in the car. The camera was following her, and it was like a voiceover of her talking, like herself and stuff, and it was just a really eye-catching intro into it. And then I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes and it just lost me, and I never really gave it a chance after that, so maybe I should. Power as well. I used to love Power years ago, because it's years ago now. I think it came out maybe, I'm going to hazard a guess at maybe 2015, and it's a really good series, but it's not one that I would ever watch again. I don't think I could ever watch it again, just because some of the things, once you know they're going to happen, I won't say too much on it in case you haven't watched it and you plan on watching it, but some of the things in it, once they've happened, they make everything that came before it just ruined, so you can't really watch it twice. Prison Break, I watched Prison Break years ago as well. That was actually really good. And Breaking Bad, I think Breaking Bad is one of my favourite shows to date. This has just come up as recommendation as I was looking at the top 10 TV programmes in the UK today. So these are the top 10. Number 1 is You. Number 2 is Black Work, and it has a picture of a police officer. Number 3 is The Diamond Heist. Number 4 is Ransom Canyon. Oh, that actually looks good. What is that? Number 5 is Black Mirror. Number 6 is A Tragedy Foretold, Flight 3054. Number 7 is Adolescent. And my tummy is grumbling. Number 8 is Raw, which I think is like a wrestling thing. Number 9 is The Glass Dome, and number 10 is Bad Influence. Everybody in the UK is watching or has watched Adolescence, and it's been super popular. I haven't watched it, so I can't comment on whether it's good or not. It must have been a huge success because Netflix have already confirmed that there's going to be a number 2 to it, so I could watch that and let you guys know what it's like. I'm just having a look at did I say it was called Ransom Canyon? Has anybody seen that or know what it's about? Because I haven't. Do you know what always confuses me when this comes up and I haven't watched it? And I bet it makes for amazing TV. It will make for amazing television, which is the Temptation Island. I have seen clips online and stuff, where obviously the clips make the show look really interesting and just drama. I guess not that it makes it look interesting, just that it catches your eye because they're always so dramatic. But I just cannot fathom who that's in a happy relationship would choose to go on that show. I can't work it out. Why would you choose to go on that show? Who is sat at home with their partner and thinking, oh, we've had a great night, we're so happy, everything is going so good, we're having such a good time. Hey, how about we go to a place where we're both put in really awkward situations, we both have temptation shoved in our faces, and because we all know how production companies work, we're probably both going to be fed information about the other person that makes us worry and doubt and be fearful of what the other person is doing, so that then we're probably going to do things because we think that you're doing things, and then it turns into just an absolute everything that I've been watching. I don't have much on the go at the moment. So if anybody can recommend some good shows, preferably on Netflix, that would be awesome. And give me something to watch, because I've run out. One I will say to watch if you haven't watched it is Fool Me Once, and it's got Michelle Keegan, and she's a British actress from Manchester, I think it is. And she's good, and it's good. So you should. I don't want to say anything about it in case you haven't watched it and you plan on watching it, but Fool Me Once, that is good. Okay, let me know if you have any recommendations